Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Nalo, and today we're going to be taking a look at an investment strategy tier list. So this is going to be going through the different investment strategies that exist in CS and ranking them based off of a variety of factors, mostly the returns that they have given over the years and the returns that I think they'll give over the next few years. So hopefully you enjoy, and maybe it clears up investing a little bit more for you. We'll get right into the tier list after a word from our sponsor, SkinSwap. This video is sponsored by SkinSwap. So SkinSwap is a marketplace and trading site, and it's got a ton of great features. If you want to swap out some of your old skins for new ones, you can go ahead and use the trades tab. They've got a huge inventory of different items to choose from, but if you just want to instantly cash out your skins, they also have a sell feature that allows you to put your skins in and get paid directly. Or you can even use the site as a regular marketplace, and you can buy discounted skins directly from their inventory. When you use the link in the description, you can get a completely free item, and also SkinSwap offers a 40% deposit bonus. So go check out SkinSwap with the link below. Thanks. Alright, let's get started with the tier list. So first and foremost, we have the discontinued stickers of CSGO and CS2. So basically what this includes is any sticker that is unavailable to get anymore. So for example, the Harp of War is removed from the Community Capsule 1, but this also includes stuff like the Riptide Surf Shop collection or the other Operation sticker collections like the Battlescarred Hollow, for example. So in general, I think these stickers are a little bit more niche. I think this strategy as a whole is a little bit more niche. I think some people kind of use it to diversify their portfolios. They buy a little bit on the side and don't really care about it too much, but honestly I think it's a really underrated strategy. If you look at the original prices of the Riptide Surf Shop stickers, for example, compared to now, they have gone up a lot. They've returned a lot of value in not very much time. And then the discontinued stickers from Community Capsule 1, that one is a little bit more unfair because obviously that was a really long time ago. There wasn't really as many people expecting the removal to happen, so the rarity of these stickers is a little bit skewed, but obviously those have returned a huge amount of value as well. I would put these in the solid A tier. I think buying discontinued stickers, depending on which ones you buy of course, can be a very good strategy. Alright, next up we have souvenir investing. So this includes like packages and also the souvenir items. So this one's pretty interesting. So for a long time, souvenir packages have been a pretty solid investment. They haven't returned any like super crazy ROI unless you bought like the super old ones, but they've been pretty steady investments. The big problem with souvenir package investing is that you have to speculate a lot on what maps are going to rotate in and out of the map pool. For example, if you expected Dust 2 to be removed from the map pool, you would have been able to profit a lot on the Dust 2 souvenir packages, but it was pretty weird for Dust 2 to be removed anyway. Dust 2 is one of the most popular maps, so that speculation would have had to be a crazy Nosferatu type call. But yes, you can definitely profit a lot on the packages. And then as for the skins themselves, I think here is a little bit more of an underrated strategy as well. If you look like pre-2019, so 2018 and before for souvenir items, they've actually done really well, and if you have a lot of those old decent souvenirs, they're actually worth quite a lot these days. Especially those really old Cato 14 souvenirs, those are in actually fairly decent demand in the souvenir community, and they're worth quite a lot. Even like a gray auto sniper with a Cato 14 souvenir is worth a pretty nice chunk of money. One of the really interesting ones is the Nuke 2016 All-Star souvenirs. I actually made a video about them a long time ago. And back when I made that video, the All-Stars radiation hazards were worth about $120 roughly in field tested condition. But nowadays, if you want to get one of those, you're going to be spending like 1.5k. Like they really did skyrocket in price because of the rarity of them and because of how unique they are. So yeah, I actually think this is a really good strategy as well, pretty underrated. However, due to the amount of speculation you have to do and the fact that we probably missed our bus on the items because now we don't have player signatures on our souvenir skins, they removed that and replaced it with the map sticker. So these days you can't really do the souvenir item investing. And then as for the packages, those of course are more on the speculation side of things. So for this strategy, I'd probably actually put it in B tier just because there's not really a super viable way to do it right now. So next up we have major tournament sticker investing. This one I'm not going to waste too much time with. Every single major sticker investment has been profitable to this day. Even RMR was profitable at one point, even though that doesn't actually count because it wasn't technically a major tournament. But yeah, in general these are a really solid buy. Obviously you can only buy them for a certain period during the year, but they come around about 2 times a year as long as everything's going smoothly. So you definitely have opportunities to buy these. Some years have obviously been more profitable than others, but the fact that you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get profit on these is a really interesting property of them, and to me that makes them an automatic S tier. If you're from the TF2 trading and investing community, you know about the paint sales. These are very similar to that. Basically just an occasional sale that happens that pretty much guarantees a return. Alright, next up we have case investing, and again, not really something I have to explain too much about. Pretty tried and true strategy. There's literally a mechanic built into the game to make the cases more rare. Again, cases are just something you can buy and sit on for a few years and make pretty much the closest to guaranteed profit that we can get at some point. So yeah, cases, again, automatic S tier. Not really too much to explain there. Alright, next up we have pretty much the spot with the most nuance, which is operation investing. So you can do operation investing a lot of different ways. You can obviously buy like blue tier skins or you can buy purple tier skins, but historically operations have been extremely successful investments, even more so than cases cases. And I wanted to note at this point that the gray skins from operations have actually been extremely profitable and have had very high return on investments. If you look at Norse Grays, for example, those costed like 12 cents at one point and are now worth like almost $4, which is a crazy amount of profit. And that's not even a super old operation. That's from Operation Shattered Web. So yeah, operation investing, absolutely goated, definite S tier. As long as you buy early into an operation and then you just sit on everything, you're pretty much good to go. All right, next up we have agent investing. So agent investing is a little bit more of a weird niche of the market as well, because for a lot of players and really for Valve, agents tend to be sort of an afterthought. If we look at Miami Daryl, which is at the moment the most expensive and most popular agent, the absolute lowest point you could have bought him for on the Steam market is about $10, and the highest point you could have sold him at on the Steam market is about $86. So basically the absolute best case scenario, you were making an 8x return, which is good, but not super crazy compared to some of the other stuff on this list. The main problem there is that that's the most popular and most in-demand agents. There are a lot of really random agents that no one really cares about as well. So in a general sense, I would probably put agents around the C tier. I don't think they're the worst investment you could possibly make, but I also don't think they're like super good either. I do want to mention that I think in years to come, agents will probably get a lot more expensive, especially the stuff like the Daryl agents, because again, they are unobtainable right now and they're probably not going to be re-released. It would make very little sense to re-release them, but it really depends what the max amount someone is willing to pay for an agent is, because obviously, again, they're not a super important aspect of your inventory, for a lot of people at least. All right, next up we have what I would consider meme investments. So although these are funny, this is actually still a legitimate strategy in the CS market, because again, we're in a video game market. This isn't a stock market where everybody's acting all super serious all the time. People like to buy stuff that's funny sometimes as well. We saw recently with Paris, we had the Dexter sticker, which was actually super expensive just because of the funny joke. The Dick Stacy sticker, of course, has been a really big draw for Cato 19 and for Berlin 19 stickers, and they've actually seen some pretty crazy performance over time as well. It looks like the lowest point you could have bought one for on the Steam market at least was 50 cents, and the highest you could have sold it for was about $30, which is actually an absolutely insane 60x return. And there are other sort of meme investments as well, other than just the autograph stickers, but this is actually a pretty legit strategy. So you definitely don't underestimate the meme investments. They can definitely be pretty profitable, because again, we're in a video game market. People like to have fun. I'm probably going to put meme investments in B tier below the souvenirs. Obviously, as they are kind of jokes, they're a little bit harder to predict, and I think they're kind of similar to the souvenir situation, where it's not like you can currently make a super good one, but there will be upcoming opportunities, and over time, older ones will rise more. All right, next up we have play skin investing. This is anything where you're buying a skin that looks really good so that you can use it in-game as a play skin, but it also has some factor or another that also makes it a value-gaining investment. So for example, the M4 Howl, of course, is discontinued, so it has that factor that could help it gain value over time, but at the same time, the M4 Howl also looks really good, so a lot of people like to use it as a play skin. Generally speaking, this strategy has pretty low returns compared to some of the other strategies in this list, so off of that alone, I'm going to have to put it in C tier. Obviously, there are some cases where play skin investments are better than others, especially when it comes to operations. For example, the Desert Eagle Emerald Jormungandr is a fairly popular play skin, but it was also a super functional investment that you could have bought for around $8 at the start of the operation, and then now you could sell it for like over $300. But in general, the returns are a little lackluster compared to the rest of the market. Obviously, you're not entirely buying them for the returns. And finally, we have high tier investing. So this is buying into anything that's sort of a high tier knife or a high tier skin. Like again, the M4 Howl could also count as a high tier investment. They are a little bit more optimized for returns rather than just playing with the item. You see, for example, Dreps recently bought a whole ton of M4 Howls as a high tier investment. I would equate high tier investing pretty closely to just simply buying liquids as a store of value. In general, with high tier investing, a lot of the times high tier skins kind of determine how the market is going to move. We saw recently with this last sort of market crash that it was mostly spurred on a lot by high tiers decreasing in price. So this is sort of a situation where you buy this and then just hope the market in general works in your favor. However, it is important to note that some high tier investments have been extremely successful. For example, the Opgungnir and the AK Wild Lotus were both very high tier skins that actually had pretty solid returns over time. So again, this is sort of a situation where it's kind of what you make it. The actual ROI percentages aren't going to be anything super crazy. They can kind of get up there in some cases though. I think those are all solid qualities of a B tier investment. Nothing crazy, but also nothing bad. So I think B tier is a solid spot for them. So guys, that's going to go ahead and end off my tier list. Thanks for checking it out, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. Helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for the best CS investment tips anywhere else on YouTube. Check out my Discord server and my Twitter with the links in the description below. You can ask me any questions you have and I'll answer them completely for free. Thanks guys, see you next time. Peace.